My best friend was living a double life, and I was surprised to find out about it. My best friend and I were inseparable ever since we were kids. We were neighbors, and we used to go to the same school. It was a funny story when we met. She just moved to our little town with her parents and little brother. I was playing around in the yard and approached her just to show off my toy, and we've been playmates since. Her parents' work requires them to travel, so they would move from one town to another, but it seemed they had found their home in this little town of ours, and they kept coming back. At school, she was this popular girl who excelled in sports, and everybody liked her because she was so friendly and very approachable. I, on the other hand, was just a regular student who would rarely go out to socialize. Don't get me wrong, I'm not socially awkward. I also did have a lot of friends at school, and I hang out with a lot of people. It's just that I don't walk around to talk to random people just to be friendly to everyone. We were the complete opposite of each other. She was very generous as well. She would treat everyone whenever she can, saying that her parents would give her enough allowance to go through the week. She would also give me branded clothes and makeup that she would not want to use anymore. Apart from that, she was also very sympathetic and would listen to my problems and rants. She seemed like the perfect girl, and I was so lucky that she was my best friend. When we were old enough to earn and have a part-time job, we both decided to work at the same grocery store and be part-time sales agents. This was a very good opportunity for the both of us because the store was very near our village. The shift would allow us to attend school and have rests in between, and the pay was actually good. At this point, I noticed that her spending went way beyond the limit. She would buy clothes and shoes and even jewelry. I even asked her the reason why she would buy unnecessary stuff, and she said she needed those because they were always traveling. We've been best friends for the longest time, but I still don't fully know what they do when they travel as a family. They would leave the town twice a year for supposed to be work and would return with new items like a car. They would explain it as work perks. One morning when they left the town for their usual travels, a group of people went to their house to look for them. We didn't have any ideas who these people were. Thinking that they were distant relatives, we told them that the family went to work and would return in a week. We were surprised to find out something new that day. It turned out that my best friend's family were fraudsters. They would travel to fool people and ask them for money, posing as business owners who were looking for investors. They would travel to small towns because people weren't really suspicious there. However, some of the people they fooled managed to find their way to our town to look for them. This was probably the reason everything seemed easy for them. They were pretty much well off, but they were also very kind people. They rarely talked about their job to us, but they hosted parties, donated to church, and even sponsored school activities. The sad part was that all along, my best friend knew about this. They would travel as a family so that when something happened, they would be together, no matter what. We've also found out that they have a completely different name and identity. My best friend of 7 years made it appear as if everything was normal. She was so good that not even once did I suspect something was off with her or her family. I loved her still, but not knowing her name and the real her made me really sad and confused. I tried calling her, but I could no longer reach her. Even her social media pages were deactivated. I felt betrayed, and I felt as though I've known her my whole life, but I was wrong all along. After about a year, an unknown number called me, and when I answered, I was surprised to find out that it was her. She wanted to reconnect. She wanted to explain. She was a good person, but that does not change the fact that she betrayed me. I decided not to meet with her, but said I would call her when I was ready, and that she would always be dear to me. Do you have any similar stories where you felt betrayed? You can share and send your stories here in our email. Thank you for watching.